Hey guys, so today I filmed this quite natural, pretty glowy makeup look, and I did a kind of full face of Soap & Glory products. As you guys know, I'm a Soap & Glory Glambassador. This is a bit of an inside joke with everyone that I know, because everyone's always like, oh my god, Moesha, do you work for Soap & Glory? I think it's very much focused on kind of like natural beauty. Yeah, that's kind of what I tried to emulate in this video. I really like how my cheeks look because they look super glowy, and I feel like the whole makeup looks quite natural. I have all the products that I use in the video links down below in the description if you wanted to have a look at that. And yeah, I think that is everything, so let's get started with the makeup. Right, so I'm going to start off with foundation, but unfortunately Soap & Glory actually don't have a foundation that is dark enough for me. I know it's like the first product in this Soap & Glory full face of makeup, but I'm not using Soap & Glory, but I'm just going to make do. So I'm going to use this L'Oreal True Match foundation instead. I'm actually getting ready to meet my housemate slash friend Grace in town, so this is quite real time actually. Maybe as brand ambassador I can get Soap & Glory to expand their shade range a bit in the foundations. We'll see how influential I am working for Soap & Glory. Now I'm actually going into this Soap & Glory She's a Natural palette, which is kind of like the focal point of this video because there's so much variation in this. It comes with eyeshadows, highlight, blush, bronzer, and yeah, it's just obviously a very like multi-purpose product. Even though this contour shade is obviously, you know, way too light for me, the fact that it's so multi-purpose means that I can still use it for something. So I'm actually going to use that to set my foundation on the edge of my sponge. I'm just going to take that under my eyes. I love palettes like these because you can always like find so many uses for the products in them, and it means obviously it's very portable for the amount that you get in it, so you're not having to take like multiple products everywhere. Now I'm going to move on to my eyebrows, and I've got the Brow Archery DIY brow bar. I did find that this was again a little bit too light for me, even this dark brown shade. But what I do really like is that kind of wax, like cream wax, is really nice. I'm going to do that and use powder instead, so another powder I've got. So I actually like taking the little brush that comes in it. Or what I haven't done is actually just brush through my brows, well, to, you know, get whatever non-existent shape there is to them. Honestly, they're so bad now, they just really need doing. But anyway, yeah, so I'm taking that wax, like I said, and kind of just running that through my brows. This actually does help to shape them, because then you can kind of like select them down in the shape that you want. Because I said obviously that brown shade is a little bit too light, I'm actually kind of mixing it in with this. This is from a Benefit Big Beautiful Eyes palette. This is very throwback. I used to use this on my brow all the time. You guys will know that I use this brow gel all the time anyway. It's like my go-to day-to-day brow gel. It's the Brow Archery Volume Boost Brow Fiber Gel. Basically, I'm just using that to set my brows into place, and also because it has the little fibers, it kind of makes your eyebrows look a bit fuller, gives them some false hairs, which I am in dire need of. So now I'm moving on to the eyes, and like I said, I'm using this Soap & Glory She's a Natural palette. So obviously I'm going to be taking these 3 eyeshadows down the side here. You're not getting super crazy colours here, but that's what makes this a really nice everyday kind of palette. And if you just needed this one product which you could like take away, for example, you've got that standard kind of really pale shade which you can kind of use as a wash all over the lid, and then you've got this darker brown shade, and then this gorgeous kind of like glittery shimmery bronze shade, so very kind of workable, easy to use. So I'm taking that pale shade, just like I said, as a kind of wash of colour all over my lids, and that will help the other eyeshadows to pop as well. And then I'm taking the middle kind of like brown shade into my crease and outer corner on a fluffy brush. It's got this really nice kind of like pearliness to it as well, which is very subtle, but I feel like it kind of really brings the light to your eyes. Love it. I actually like bringing this a bit higher than I usually do with my crease shade, because it's a bit more light and as a shade, and also like I said, that pearliness to it is really nice if it goes kind of like just below the brow bone. And again, bringing that underneath. And I'm taking that first brush again, more of a flat brush, and I'm taking that bronzy shade and I'm applying that directly on the eyelid. It's funny because this shade is actually a bit more of like a darker bronze. So it's almost like a reverse eye look in the sense that it kind of fades out to more brightness, but I really like that. So I'm going back in with that fluffy crease brush and just kind of blending it out a little. And because the shades aren't too, you know, contrasting, there doesn't actually need to be that much blending done, which is really, really nice. For a kind of quick everyday look. And as I'm sure you guys know, another one that I use all the time, the Soap & Glory Super Cat eyeliner. I love this eyeliner, it's my favourite. Yeah, I'm just gonna do my bog standard winged liner. Now for mascara, I'm using the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast High Definition Collagen Coat Mascara, and I really, really like this. I feel like it just really manages to kind of grip onto every single eyelash, which is really nice. It gives you that kind of fluttery eyelash effect. So that is the eyes are done. Oh, I love it. It's just so like effortless, just shimmery and pretty. Anyway, so moving on to the rest of the face, I'm going to be using this orangey blush, and it's a cream blush, and it's quite a pale coloured blush, but I'm actually going to go over top with another blush, but I really like how this acts as a base for that, and it gives like a kind of light flush of colour. It's quite brightening actually. So then over the top of that, I'm going in with this Made You Blush Velvety Smooth Cheek Colour, and this is in the shade Rosy Chic, and oh my god, I've been loving this so much. It's my phone. This is the colour here. It is a really nice kind of like, you know, rosy, kind of like dusty pink, and I just love it. So just gonna kind of go over where I went with the cream blush, and oh, I love the colour. Especially the combination of those two are really gorgeous. You can feel it like packing on top of the kind of cream product, so that's going to really help with staying power as well. And then I'm going to go in with this highlight shade, and when I first saw this initially I was like, that is way too like light for me, but then one day I just tried it and it looks really, really nice on my skin tone. I was quite surprised because I was like initially kind of wrote it off like, nah, it's going to be too light, but it really wasn't. So it's a very kind of like versatile shade. So just taking that and applying that on top of my cheekbones. I think it's because these products blend in so nicely. They kind of like work with your skin tone because it's not like super glittery, it looks very subtle. So it has that kind of like glowing from within look. Just gonna go in there with a second layer because I love my highlight, don't I? And you kind of already have a base for that from the blush as well. That's really pretty. And then I kind of take a bit onto the tip of my nose and kind of down my nose as well, like blend it upwards. And then I'm taking my big fluffy brush and going into that contour or bronzer shade, which I kind of use as a powder. A little bit over my cheeks just to kind of blend everything in. And then for my lips, I'm using this Soap & Glory Spectacular Lips Galactic Glaze holographic lip gloss in the shade Blaze of Glory. I love, it's such a pretty look. Very kind of glowy, but quite natural in a sense. Like, it's just very kind of like natural pretty. I feel like the lips are the kind of standout part of the look, but I really like it. Oh, it's so pretty. So that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I think it's as pretty as I do. It just looks very naturally pretty and kind of like glowy, so I'm really digging that. I will link all the products that I used in the description bar down below, so don't forget to check that if you want to like have a look at any of the products that I used. And yeah, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well if you aren't subscribed already. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.